All right, guys, in Pokemon investing in 2023, there are some things that we should discuss and know as you move forward into this. So, of course, when it comes to investing in Pokemon 2023, we're going to talk about some archetypes that you could be working at when you're actually moving forward into the investment side of the Pokemon TCG, which may help you make decisions in the market. Stay tuned. All right, guys, of course, when it comes down to Pokemon investing in 2023, there's some things that you should be looking at or understanding when it comes down to it, and it'll help you maybe position yourself a little bit better moving forward. And number two, it'll help you understand this channel a little bit differently also. I know that there's a lot of new people that are continually coming into this channel, and you can't go back in every video, give a self-description of everything that I do here on the channel and how I operate my Pokemon investing and, of course, operate my Pokemon business on the side. I just can't do that every video, or every video would be 1 hour long with the description that goes into it. So it's good to go back and revisit for the newer people of this community to understand my position and how I invest into things and what I'm trying to do in the background here as we move forward. So today I've created this video that gives you 3 different archetypes when it comes down to Pokemon investing in 2023. And these are very broad, but there's a reasoning for that, and we'll get into it as we move forward to kind of help you guys decide how you could position yourself or what kind of opportunities you could be looking forward as we move forward. So the 3 that I'm going to talk about, of course, is going to be a self-sufficient business or investing style, a hybrid investing style, and then, of course, there's going to be an outside source investing style. And these all have different opportunities and goals and ways of doing it to be successful in it. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the first one, which is going to be self-sufficient. Okay, guys, so if we look at a self-sufficient system, self-sufficient is going to be a investing system in which it feeds itself. You're not bringing outside capital and sources into it, at least not very often. It pretty much runs on its own. You're taking your investments and you're taking things that you currently already own. You are recycling those and taking the profits of those in order to expand your horizons, right? You're trying to take booster boxes that you already purchased and possibly wait until that market goes up in price, and then you sell them in order to gain more capital in order to maybe buy 2 booster boxes the next time. And then you take those 2 and you sell those again, and it just continually cascades down, creating a bigger network of products and bigger network of opportunities and portfolio size as you move forward. Now, this is kind of the trajectory that I want to be in by the end of this year. I don't want to be bringing in any more outside funding, and I want to make it a self-sufficient investing firm. So I want my portfolio to be able to continue to grow my portfolio, which in turn means that I'm going to be looking at opportunities to potentially buy good sized positions and things and then sell part of that position in order to, number one, get rid of some of the extra pieces that I have or create space in my storage areas, or number 2, I'm trying to create capital where I don't have any cost basis on the shelf. The biggest thing is on my type is that I am trying to create a self-sufficient where I can buy the newest sets in the Pokemon TCG. I can buy the newest investment styles in the Pokemon TCG, but continually have no cost basis on the shelf. So what that means is that currently, like now I'm talking about in the last video, where you would be taking money such as booster boxes. I bought 4 cases of, let's just say battle styles, and they're on the shelf. Well, now I purchased those at $75 a piece. Now they're running at about $110 to $120 a booster box. What does that mean? I could take potentially 3 of those boxes, sell them, and have no cost basis left on that 4th case, meaning it's 100% profit. I have taken my money back out of that system, and I have now able to go ahead and purchase the next booster box. So I could take 3 of those, sell them, and use the profit that I have made, keep my portfolio standings of that 1 case or that position of 1 case, and then purchase more product in order to expand my portfolio into potentially more items that may be better performing in the long run. And these are the things that we need to be looking at on the self-sufficient side of the Pokemon TCG and when it comes down to investing. So that's the first one that we're going to cover. The next one is going to be the hybrid. Okay, so we're going to look at a hybrid system. Now, a hybrid system to me is kind of a mix between both, and that's what I've been kind of running for the last 3 years, almost 4 years now, is that I purchase things, I put a larger position away, and I actually continue to put more funding back into it for my personal accounts. So I don't necessarily need to sell as many products. I don't need to sell as many items in order to create that self-sufficient cycle of buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling. I can go ahead and buy more of something and keep a higher position, but take money out of my side. So tax returns, I can take money out of my savings accounts, or I can take expendable money, and it's always expendable money, guys. Not money that you need to pay the rent or anything like that. This is just expendable money that you have all of your debts paid off and you have all of your extra money. This may have been an investment into something else. This may have been a savings account money, whatever you're going to do with it. And then you're bringing it into this Pokemon realm in order to buy more product, but keep larger positions of previous items. And I also do sell those items too. So if I see really good positioning on stuff, so I had 10 cases of Evolving Skies. When Evolving Skies got to a position that I was comfortable, where I made the margins I was looking for, I sold 5 cases. I took that money and rolled it back in to be able to purchase more Lost Origins. I bought Silver Tempest, I bought Astral Radiance, and I bought some Brilliant Stars with the capital that I took from Evolving Skies. Now that's just the opportunities that I saw, but that's a hybrid system. I'm bringing money from my personal accounts or my investment accounts outside that has not been allocated to a 401k, a Roth IRA. It might have been extra that I was going to put into those items, brought it into Pokemon, and use that also as capital inside of my Pokemon investings or business, depending on what I'm doing. So once again, there's that opportunity where you don't have to sell as much. You can hold larger positions, but you're constantly bringing in other money on the outside or from the outside back into the business also. You're selling items to get more money. Build your portfolio. You're bringing money in from outside and you're building your portfolio. It's a great way to get great expansion extremely quickly inside of this hobby. It's a good way to take positions you have, create more of a portfolio on that, and also bring in allocated funds into the system and actually create more expansion that way. You can hold larger positions. It actually works out really well and has worked out for the last 3 to 4, almost 4 years now. And that was my intention at the beginning, just to get a good base. I mean, that's how you build up, is to bring in extra money and you use your resources inside the hobby to do both. So I'm using my money both directions. And that's the one thing that I am transitioning out of. That was the goal of this whole system, was to hopefully be out of a hybrid system and be into a self-sufficient system within 5 years. That's the goal. That's what we're working towards, and that's what we're going to continue to move forward to. So a lot of times when you're watching my channel and I say now might be a good time to sell a case of booster boxes, if you've bought 3 booster boxes, now might be a time to sell 2 if you're in a self-sufficient system or if you're in a hybrid system. But now we're going to go into the last type of archetype or system that you could be using, which is going to be an outside Reliant system. That's right, guys. You can go into an outside Reliant system. This is where you are just literally taking your extra money from paycheck to paycheck, not living paycheck to paycheck, but taking that extra little bit off the top that you may have put into a savings account or another investment or done those kind of things. Or maybe it's your fun money that you decided, instead of taking a trip because of COVID and because of all the situations that are out there and the expenses of fuel and things, you just decided not to take that trip, and now you've got that extra expenditure. But you're continually taking money from an outside source and building positions in things. You're building, you're buying cases of booster boxes, you're buying cases of ETBs, or if you're small scale, you're buying 1 booster box every couple weeks or 3-4 weeks, whatever works for you, whatever your budgeting allows you to do. But all of your money is coming from an outside source. You're not looking at selling anything right now. You're in it for the 5 to 10 years, and you're not going to sell a thing. And that's okay. That is a reliable, new, old style system that worked really well. And it's panned out very well in Pokemon doing it that way too. Every which way works. I mean, it just depends on what system you want to go with. So if you want to continue to bring money from an outside source, continue to buy cases of Pokemon products and put them away in a storage facility and just forget about them, it works. It's a good system too. The only thing is that I don't like about that particular system, and I have never liked about that particular system, is that you are running a high risk of failure if the system collapses. So if Pokemon for some reason in 4 years collapses, let's just say the whole market drops out, the IP falls apart, they pull a Hasbro and they completely kill the marketing share, they kill the LGSs, and they completely finish everything off, you could be stuck holding the bag with a large amount of position on the shelf with a lot of it just money sitting that you can't get rid of now. And that's the situation that you could run into with that. And that's why I just continually try not to do that. I try to get as much of that money off the shelf and get it back into circulation as I can. And once again, it's not a bad system. It's been working. It works well. It's been working since 2016 for sure. Even people that purchased stuff and maybe held it all the way since 1999. It's worked. And it's not a bad system. It's just that's when you come to this channel and when you listen to what I'm saying and when I'm saying, you know, maybe it's time to sell some of that position to be able to fund Scarlet and Violet purchases or fund your next purchase down the line. That is why I'm saying that is it comes down to my hybrid system or my eventual self-sufficient system. I don't want money sitting on a shelf because a shelf is not really conducive to doing much. It's just a lot of risk sitting there. While if I can just continue to build a portfolio of older items, I can continue to bring those back in. So once again, it's just kind of a good representation of what I'm doing. Right now, it's hybrid. I'm bringing money in from my personal account still into here. This year is less than last year. By next year, I'm hoping it's not. It's a self-sufficient system. But as of right now, it is still a hybrid. Like I said, if you want to go, you know, and pull money straight out of your savings accounts and bring it in and be an outside Reliant system, it works too. You can continue to build up big portfolios that way. Continue to buy 1 or 2 booster boxes every week. You can continue to just do cost dollar averaging on a lot of the products, and that continues to work also to continually build portfolios and build these positions and sets. So once again, I just want to be clear when you're looking at it, there's really 3 types of individuals right now that I know of in the Pokemon realm, space, whatever you want to call it. Maybe somebody out there's got a different position on where they do this and how they actually work this. But right now, these are the 3 that I really see as being out there. You're either self-sufficient, you're working in your own means, you're using your own budgets, and you continue to roll money and kind of keep building outwards. You're doing hybrid systems when it comes down to investment where you're bringing a little bit of injection of money into it, but using your positions also to continually roll forward and move in, move up. And of course, just continue to get that injection. And then the last one, of course, is going to be outside Reliant, which is just literally money pumping into it. And you're not selling nothing. You're just building up a balloon and you're just pumping air into it with no relief valve at all on it. So, and like I said, none of them are wrong. I won't say any system's wrong. It's just when we get into discussions sometimes in the chats, my position is going to be sell stuff now because the pricing is really good and be able to maybe get ready for the next big thing, such as Scarlet and Violet or Triple Beat or any of those sets that are coming out. And then you can really work at getting in that positioning for that part, especially with the current market and the ballooning, this lack of product, the lack of booster boxes becoming almost a premium item. These are great opportunities right now to be able to do that, to build that nest egg, to prepare for the next set that's coming down the line. There's always the next one, guys. There's always the next set. There's always the next opportunity. There's always the next big set that's going to blow up Pokemon TCG, and that's been that way since 2019. It just continually rolls forward. So being prepared, having the capital available for it is the key in the game if you want to continue to build your portfolio. Maybe you just love Sword and Shield, and now you're done. You're just going to continue to build positions in Sword and Shield. That's also an opportunity that you could go for right now. I know there's a gentleman that said that inside of the chat the other day that he is not moving forward in the Scarlet and Violet. He's staying back in Sword and Shield because he doesn't like the gray borders and he doesn't like the changes that are coming. And that's going to happen. There's going to be people staying behind. But once again, selling some of those positions to buy a little bit lower position, maybe you could sell 1 booster box and get 2. I mean, that's a great opportunity to diversify your portfolio and increase the availability for expansion at the end of the day. So once again, guys, hopefully it's some good information. Hopefully this clarifies things a little bit on how I describe things in the channel, just to make things a little bit easier. Like I said, I want to make things very clear and transparent so that you guys see what I'm doing and where things are going. Right now, I'm working with TCG players, so I've got a 30-day trial going on that to see what we end up with. So we'll be putting that out here too on how selling bulk on TCG player went. It's been doing really well, actually, for the system that I put into place. But we'll do a full report, a full breakdown on that at 30 days. Right now, we're only at 7 days, and it's been absolutely crazy the amount of sales I've seen go through there. So it'll be interesting to see how it pans out after 30 days, after kind of my bulk gets picked through a little bit, because right now it's fresh. There's a lot of new cards, or a lot of cards that people are seeking. And as those cards disappear, the last part of it, it'll be interesting to see how that goes in the next 30 days. But otherwise, guys, if this was some good information and this clarified some things, and you made it this far into the video, hit that subscribe, guys. Also, hit that like button. It helps this video out a ton. If you hit that like button, it keeps this channel just moving and keeps it fresh, gets it in front of new people. And also, if you do like this content, I will put up 2 videos, of course, right next to me over here, so you guys can check them out afterwards. And other than that, guys, we will see you next time here on Northwoods TCG.